Welcome to part 2. So, in this explainer, we're going to tackle a really crucial rule in accounting. It's all about figuring out if a company is actually ready to sell a major asset. And believe me, this gets right to the heart of financial honesty. Making sure the numbers on the page are telling you the real story. So let's kick things off with a little bit of a riddle. When is a for sale sign? Well, not really a for sale sign. Think about it. There's a huge difference between a company wanting to sell a factory and being truly able to sell it, like right now. And that difference, it changes everything about what their financial statements are telling us. Okay, so the basic idea here is actually pretty straightforward. For something to be officially labeled held for sale, the company has to plan to get its value back from, well, selling it, not from using it day in and day out to make stuff or provide services. The whole game has to shift from let's operate this to let's sell this. So, how do accountants actually check this? How do they know for sure? Well, they use what we're calling the Ready Now test. And trust me, it's the very first and probably the biggest hurdle an asset has to jump over to get that special held for sale label. And at the core of this whole test is this one little acronym, ISPC. It stands for immediate sale in its present condition. And that phrase right there, that's the key that unlocks this entire idea. This whole ISPC thing really just boils down to two simple but totally non-negotiable conditions. A company can't have just one or the other. You gotta have both. First, you need the intention to sell, like right away. And second, you need the ability to actually pull it off. Let's see how this plays out in the real world. Okay, let's dive into that first part, the intention hurdle. This is where things can get tricky, because what a company says it wants to do can sometimes run right into the brick wall of accounting rules. So here's a classic example for you. Picture this. A company slaps a for sale sign on the third floor of their office. They absolutely want to sell it, but, and there's always a but, right? They tell any interested buyers, yeah, we'll sell it to you, but you can't have the keys until our new fourth floor is built. So what do you think? Does that pass the immediate sale test? Nope. Not even close. The answer is a hard no. Why? Because the whole sale depends on something that hasn't even happened yet, and it's something the seller controls. So that intention to sell right now, it's just not there. It's more of a for sale, eventually sign. All right, so that was intention. Now let's talk about the other side of the coin, the ability hurdle. This is a totally different situation. Here, the company might be desperate to sell, but something outside their control is stopping them dead in their tracks. Think about this one. You've got a landowner who is just dying to sell a plot of land. They've dropped the price, they're running ads everywhere, the intention is crystal clear. But there's a huge snag. A court has stepped in and put a legal freeze on any sale. So, is that land available for immediate sale? And again, the answer is a big no. Even though they want to sell it more than anything, that court order completely takes away their legal ability to do it. See? You need both. Without both the intention and the ability, that asset just fails the ISPC test. Simple as that. Okay, so you might be thinking, does immediate mean the sale has to happen in like 24 hours? And that's a great question. The answer is no. The phrase immediate sale can be a little confusing. The rules are smart enough to know that some delays are totally normal parts of doing business. And this is where we really see the difference. Look, normal stuff that just has to happen for any sale to go through, that's fine. Things like waiting for the lawyers to do their thing, or for the buyer to get their loan approved, or even giving the seller a reasonable amount of time to pack up and move out. All good. But delays that the seller creates themselves? Nope. Things like, oh, I have to finish these backlogged orders first, or I'm still waiting for my new facility to be built. Those are total deal breakers. So why all the fuss? Why is this rule so strict? Well, it's all about honesty, really. It's a powerful way to stop companies from playing games with their books. You know, reclassifying an asset just to make it look like they have a big cash payday coming when it's not actually a sure thing at all. Essentially, this whole ISPC test makes sure that when a company puts that held for sale label on something, it's a real, solid commitment. It's not just a maybe or a wouldn't it be nice if. It's a signal to everyone, investors, analysts, you name it, that this company is ready to sign on the dotted line right now. So, from now on, when you're looking at a company's financial report and you spot that line, assets held for sale, you'll know what's up. You can ask yourself the two big questions. Do they just want to sell, or are they actually ready to sell? Do they have both the present intention and the immediate ability? Because knowing the difference is how you get to the real story behind the numbers,